Hi, my name is Jerry Murphy from Being There Video Conferencing based here in WA. We're really excited to let you know that our family of associates who are using Being There to deliver their services to you in the local government world is increasing. And today I'd like to introduce you to one of the pioneers of that movement, that is Marg Hemsley from LG People and Culture. For Marg, it is increasing the options she has for delivering her services to you, and the best person to tell you about it is Marg.
Okay, hi there. Marg Hemsley here. I'm known by many of you, but for those that don't know me, I've had 17 years in local government, 10 of those with local government insurance services and consulting in my own right for the last 7 years in risk management and organisational development. The sort of things that I get calls about is things like dealing with complex people issues, workplace culture, bullying, negativity, risk management, staff turnover, other issues such as that. And also in change management, where there is reasons for whether it's a new CEO or whether there's been issues and you need to sort of restructure and restart, and helping the CEOs put all those things into place. When you start to get issues, it takes up an enormous amount of time. The second area is you can lose workers through workers' comp, through staff turnover, absenteeism, all of those things. It's not easy, especially in a small local government, because your resources there tend to be more generalist. So that's when people like myself and other service providers come into play. So you need access to somebody who can work with you, and this online presence makes that so much more effective for many reasons which I will outline. I'd just like to give you an example of this in action, which has happened over the last 12 months or so in the Shire of Katanning. And that process actually started 2 years ago in change management after there'd been some significant issues in the workplace. The use of the video conferencing in there was phased in about a year ago. And what we found there needed to be a complete culture change. There was bullying and harassment. People were not quite skilled enough to do their jobs. They didn't have position descriptions. So a lot of the things that you might sort of think might be needing to be in place were missing. As well as that, they had a workforce plan that wasn't actually able to be implemented because it really didn't tell the story of what was actually happening there. So at a point after we worked out what the problems were in the first part of the consultancy, we looked to see how could we get this HR people issues things under control. There was a payroll officer who'd been in payroll for 7 years, very known to all of the organisation and well respected. He didn't have any qualifications in HR and he had a lot of potential. So we discussed it with him, and it was determined that he would enrol in a certificate of HR management and that I would mentor and support him through that. As well as that, we would fix the issues that were needed to be fixed in the organisation over this 12-month period. It was a 1-year contract where we were looking at how we could best carry it out, and we determined that it would probably only need 4 visits down there, and the rest of the time could be done online. So some of that was about mentoring, some of it was about dealing with his development, but an awful lot about it was resolving issues as they arose. In that period of time, we actually also identified major skill gaps in the staff there in managing the people and performance. So we managed to carry out training, mentoring and support for those people as well. The upshot of all of that at the end of 12 months was there'd been a significant employment cost saving once it was restructured and people were in the right place and the actual needs were identified. The HR person is now a certified HR manager, and he's even offering skills to other shires in the district. And there's a great increase in the people management skills and knowledge across the board. So it just shows you an example of how these things can be done. The significant cost reductions and time reductions was that if an issue arose, we could immediately get online, bring any people that had a stake in it into the room and have calls amongst people and resolve the issues on the spot without waiting till I've got time to go down there, sit amongst them and do everything else. And it was very beneficial. Because every time I travelled down to that area, it was costing approximately $1,800 per trip, just on the time and accommodation and all of those sort of things. So that was avoided. And it became a very cost-effective way, lots of positive change, and now there's a very happy workforce, all workforce plans are in place and everything is going well. So it doesn't matter how big or how small the problem is, there is cost savings, time savings, and you might say, why do I want to reduce perhaps potential income in that way? Well, I can help more people across the network and in a more timely fashion. If meetings need to be cancelled or rescheduled, easy done. I can actually go in and talk to the councils and present what our findings have been in the council meetings. And the list goes on of the different ways we can actually use this medium. So if you want to try out this way of working together, go to my website, which is lgpeople.com.au, or give me a call and we can get online at no cost to you, and you can have a chat with me about maybe something that's a pain to you or just to experience it.